great to see you. Great to be there again. This is Morten from Inkish. When you come to events and meet a lot of different people, it's always interesting because, I mean, of course you'll meet a lot of printers that do similar things. And then we meet Stu. Stu, good to see you.
Good to see you, Morten.
I don't know where to start with you because you actually, when before we turned on the camera, you said, I'm a company that is so diversified. You have been in label, you've been in large format. Then you focus on laser photos, on metal, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you have the elevator pitch, who are you? What do you do?
We're one of the most diversified printers that there are around for many years. I've been told that by many vendors in the industry that come and tour our plant, and they're just amazed by the different things that we do. Our background started in screen printing of pressure-sensitive decals and labels and placards and those types of things, and we've grown over our 40-some years of making things for our customers to what we are today.
And is the success of your company, is that because you're being so adaptable to market needs?
We believe that has helped us grow over the years, and when some segments are down, it always seems like one has picked up, and it has carried us through many hard times in the economy and those types of things. So
yeah, because I mean, even though you live in a huge country, you of course feel both the competition, all the changes in financial structures and things like that, as anybody else does, right? So,
sure.
So I guess that you feel the goods and the pains when they come, right?
Right, but we want to satisfy our customers.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that we're doing the best job we can printing and these types of things, and teaming up with the best suppliers and vendors and things that we can. And one of the best moves that we probably made in the last 2 years was we were faced with buying our new server to run our business, and it was very expensive, is what I'm going to say. And I was like, wow, I keep hearing about the cloud. I keep hearing about the cloud, and I came to a industry meeting like this and started exploring that and things. We ended up.
Was that how you met with IS Corp? Or?
That is how we met at IS Corp at the last Connect show. And shortly, a couple weeks after that, we started talking to them, and basically we signed up very quickly, is what I want to say.
Can I ask you a question? Because actually I asked Tim about it a little bit earlier, Tim Roloff from IS Corp, because I was just thinking that sometimes when you hear about distributed solutions like this, you think, okay, this is for the really big boys. Did you have like that little fear as well? Or?
Well, I really need to understand it as to what it was.
So that was like the first thing was basically, okay, this is not just a cloud solution. This is actually a hosted solution.
We wanted to make sure that there was support behind that.
Yeah.
That they were going to be able to support a smaller business like us in this industry in taking care of us in the application. Started doing some checking with some other peers in the industry and things, and checking out references, and everybody says, well, if you want that, you're at the right place. You wouldn't be at that place, we didn't feel, if we just went and signed up on the internet for some hosting and then we had to do all the work. And IS Corp took it, laid out the plan, got us implemented.
And was that like a long process, or was it relatively smooth, or?
It was smooth.
This was smooth.
It was smooth.
Okay.
When those hiccups did come up, they took care of those issues. Things moved along fairly quickly. There were times that I was like, how come we're not live yet? Well, it was because of the QA process and making sure things were still running correctly. We probably could have been up even quicker.
Yeah, because it's often that when you go from one solution to the next one, you still have a business to run, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
But the day we went live, there was very little difficulty that day. Users were immediately surprised by how fast things were. Downtime has been minimal.
And I guess that sometimes downtime can be to your ISP and not even to IS Corp, right?
Typically it has been an issue either in our firewall that something happened and or the ISP. Not necessarily the internet service provider, or excuse me, IS Corp's solution.
Yeah, but simply because you can always have these kind of down periods, even though they are becoming shorter and shorter. Right?
We're here today with my IT staff, which is of one, and if something goes down today, he can get it taken care of with a simple phone call or putting in a ticket, and so that's priceless.
How does it, I mean, obviously speed is important, but does it also support the processes of your business in how to be more efficient in how you produce and code and do the accountings and, all the things that are important part of being a customer with you?
Well, and that's that back office part of things that we just don't really have to worry about that. We don't
So
have
that
to
is
worry.
basically, so that free up time because you don't have to focus on things that are not profitable, then you can focus more on the things that makes you money basically.
Correct. On printing.
Yeah, on printing. And I guess that when you started your company, it was because you wanted to do print, right?
My father started the company in 1982, and we've grown since then very handsomely at a pace. And we were there to provide a service for our customers, as well as to provide good jobs for our employees. And that's our principles.
I was just wondering because when you emphasize the niches so much, I was just wondering, are you also then like nationwide provider, or is it more local what you produce and deliver?
A lot of what we produce and deliver is in the local area and the 5 surrounding counties, but then about half of our business, and this is by dollar volume, is done throughout the United States.
Okay.
So very diversified.
Fantastic. Great story, and it seems that IS Corp is part of your future journey as well, right?
They are.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You bet. Appreciate it.
Likewise.